for them.
They set the pick. Pass to Serafin. Here's Big Daddy. He's guarded by Johnson. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. Garnett with a screen on Wall. And Garnett has it in the corner. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pierce the pass to Big Daddy. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Pierce. Here's the 3. Pierce with another miss. Brooklyn trailing. Williams with the ball. 9 points last game out. Lopez sets a screen for Williams. Bogdanovich, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Bogdanovich has got 5 now.
Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
Left side, Wall. Nene dishes to Pierce. Pass to Big Daddy. Kicks to Wall. Left side, Wall. To stop the drought. That one rolling around and rims out.
Great close out there, forcing the errant shot.
Well, he made it a tough shot again. He didn't give up on it, and he got a hand up.
There's a good screen. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. And the dunk by Lopez.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
And stolen by Williams. In transition, here come the Nets. Johnson's got the ball. He kicks to Williams. Here's Bogdanovich. Pierce covering. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris? Butler. Big Daddy's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. and John Wall subbed in for Garrett Temple. And then for Brooklyn, Lopez, he's checked in for Plumlee. Garnett comes in for Deron Williams. And it's Johnson in for Jarrett Jack. Setting the floor for the Nets. Down low, Kevin Garnett and Brook Lopez. Anderson is out there with Johnson. And it's Teletovic in at the 3 slot.
Boy, Chris Humphries is clearly not flashy, but he is a worker on and off the court. Has always been a strong rebounder, especially on the offensive glass. And never afraid to get in there and battle. He never shies away from contact. If you want to get physical, he's not backing down.
On the wing, Johnson, covered by Wall. Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. 5 to shoot. It's Anderson with the drive, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Jarrett Jack is checked in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Wall against Jack. Left side, Wall. Here's Big Daddy. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Big Daddy, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Big Daddy's got his first points of the night. And his old high school coach is an attendee at today's game, Clark. I believe they still stay in close contact, even though he's now in the NBA.
And, you know, you always have to keep perspective by remembering where you came from, no matter what you're doing, but certainly in the NBA. And it's nice to see that he does that by still staying in touch with his old coach.
Well, while we have a chance, let's take a look at some numbers for John Wall. He's averaging 16 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he's been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out to me about his recent performances.
Well, you think about his intelligence, the court vision, both are outstanding. those numbers are hardly a shock, as excellent as they are. Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising in such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off. Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by Big Daddy.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
In transition, here come the Nets. Johnson's got the ball. The feed to Jack. He dishes it to Lopez. Back to Jack. Launches it. That's good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass him.
And now let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. The Nets second.
Factor, I think, is the great spacing that has led to wide open long-range shots. That's why we see the great numbers from the three-point line.
Ball passes to Big Daddy. Picked by Humphries. Over in the corner, Webster. Pierce dishes to Webster. The Wizards working the ball around now. Pulls it from the elbow. Another one falls for Washington.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter, after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Washington making some changes. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Humphries. Nene comes in for Paul Pierce. And Rasul Butler's subbed in for Webster. And then for Brooklyn, Plumlee, he's checked in for Garnett. And it's Bogdanovich in for Allen Anderson. Now here's Plumlee, guarded by Nene. Here's Bogdanovich. And yes, sir, that one drops. Bogdanovich has got 7. So for Washington, their last game a loss to Charlotte.
You know, on an ordinary night, I think they would have come out on top in that game. That's how well they played, but they just happened to run into a club that was playing at the top of its game.
And Steve, I think they get the win if that game had been at home instead of on the road.
The Big Daddy passes to Butler. That one a little long. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. There's the pass to Lopez. Here's Bogdanovich. Dishes to Jack. Johnson outside. He feeds it to Plumlee. Poke loose. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
I like the effort, son.
I'm feeling it, coach.
Here's Williams, and blocked. And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's the Wizards. They're up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again. Nice work coming off the bench, guys. Great energy, great offense. We really got to show our depth in the first half. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. This game shouldn't be as close as it is. We're the better team. You know it, I know it, and they know it. Now let's get out there and prove it.
The third quarter now beginning. Both.
Get up. You're going in.
Here we go.
Nets trailed by 7. Wall and Webster teaming up in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots. And it's Serafin in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Bogdanovich. Pierce covering. Shot clock at 6. And it's Johnson penetrating.
Joe Johnson is also sometimes called ISO Joe because of his ability to produce buckets going one-on-one. There's nobody better in that situation in terms of creating the shot.
Well, you look at the numbers, 79% as a team on the season. That's very impressive.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Big Daddy's checked in for the Wizards. It's Pierce on the wing. Feeds it to Nene. Puts up the baby hook. The kick out to Wall. Pass to Big Daddy. Back to Wall. Left side, Wall. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And you talk about Johnson's ability to get his shot off. 6-7.
Getting ready for the Wizards. Juwan Blade. He's checked in for Nene. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Paul Pierce. Big Daddy's checked in for Butler. And Garrett Temple subbed in for John Wall. The Nets also changing it up. Plumlee comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Bogdanovich in for Mirza Teletovic. So for Brooklyn now, Deron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. Inside is Plumlee and Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward spot. And Johnson's so smooth, Clark, but you know, Joe, his size and strength, sometimes it seems like he could do more to press the issue and draw foul.
Well, you know, I'm not going to be overly critical. This guy is terrific as a one-on-one isolation player. Used to average over 5 free throws a game, but that number has declined. But that may be more a function of him maturing in his career and picking his spots to be aggressive than not wanting to draw contact.
Here's Lopez, and that one's good. And the Nets lead by 21.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Temple, the pass to Big Daddy. All sorts of time. Not enough on that one as it misses. Outside Williams. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. You know,
well, Joe, congratulations on this win. This was a game where we saw plenty of great sequences, some nice runs put together. What changes for the team out on the floor when you guys start rolling like we witnessed here tonight?
We just picked up our energy and effort. You know, we was able to get some stops, got out in transition, started making a few shots, and it just kind of got contagious.
Well, this was fun for us to watch, Joe. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.
It's the man, the myth, the high school coaching legend.
No, not as good as a coach since I lost you a few years back. It's funny how coaches get better when they actually have good players on their team.
Man, forget that noise. You taught me everything I know.
You were like a sponge, and it's paid off for you. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks, Coach.
I hit the showers. I can smell you from here.
All right, man, I gotta get fresh.
All right, sounds good.